Good morning, everybody. Workout 2 for this week. We are going to start with one of your handled bands and either your door attachment or something that you can wrap around. The first block of exercises are all handled band exercises. First exercise, alternating reverse lunge with a low row. So very common one we've done many times. Shoulder blades down and back, nice strong position. We're going to step back into our lunge, drop that knee down, and then low row. So remember, low row means elbows come into our side, shoulder blades stay back, come back to the top, and switch. Remember, every time we lunge and row, you got to think about it like a lunge and row. Don't combine the row with the lunge on the way down. So you got to hit that lunge, then row. Lunge, then row. It will make a difference. If you are combining them, it'll feel a lot more like a backwards rocking action. I don't want them combined. Lunge, stop, row. Then you're going to turn around with that band and take our step, chest fly. We did these last season. So arms are out in that fly position, slightly below or in line with those shoulders. Abs in nice and tight. I'm going to step 1 foot forward, chest fly, return and switch legs. Remember, the key on this one is to maintain a super tight core. It'll allow you to keep your chest angled so that it's not pulling you back every time. So keep the abs engaged nice and tight. Really the goal with that one, other than the muscular strength and endurance through the chest and the shoulders, is the core work on that one. So really focus on trying to keep the body in a nice strong position as you move. The next exercise, or the last one with our band here, is a stepping wood chop. So stepping on this one, I'm only going to move my outside leg, and I'm going to stay at my chest to start the exercise. So I'm going to step out into an equal weighted squat. So I've got weight centered straight between my feet. I'm not leaning to the outside. So equal weight, press forward, wood chop, back in. Little squat, press forward, wood chop, back in. All right, so think about it in steps. Squat, press, rotate, back together. On the back together, everything can kind of come back together at the same time, as long as you're not letting the band whip you back. As long as you're controlling the band, you can come in together. But remember, on the way out, it's squat, press, rotate. All right? So then you'll switch sides, hit the other wood chop side, and then repeat on that block. Second group of exercises, we've got 2 that we are alternating. We have our lunge up downs and our plank up downs. We got 3 rounds on these. Remember our lunge up downs we have done before. We're going all the way back. We're switching legs and standing back up. Whichever leg comes up is the one that goes back down first. All right, stay as centered as you can. Try not to let the torso tip side to side or forward. If you do not have that range of motion right now, if you're not going all the way to the floor, then you're just going to treat it as a reverse lunge. You're going to go down, push all the way back as if you're switching legs on the floor, and then come back forward. So think about it like a tick-tock on a clock. So then I would switch legs, lunge, switching legs, come back forward, and return. All right? Those are split in number. So every time you go down and come back up counts as 1. It doesn't matter which leg you lead with. You have a total of 10 times to go down to the floor or all the way back and forward. That'll make 1. Plank up downs. We've all done these. From that nice strong plank position, we are lowering to the ground onto the forearms and coming back up. And then switching sides. My left arm goes down first, and left arm comes back up. The easiest way to think about this one is right goes down, right comes up, left goes down, left comes up. Just lead with one arm down and up each time. The same as your leg up downs, these are a total of 10. Does not matter which arm leads the way. All right? Excellent. The next block is going to be with your band and your upper body band work. So just follow the link to the YouTube video to get your 10 to 15 minutes on the upper body band work. Then we're going to go back down with 3 exercises. We've got our power pike and our reach, Superman, and then an oblique reach. So remember on power pike, like we talked about day 1 this week, if it's a power pike, that hand is going to reach to the same side foot before you return. Press back, alternating hands, reach, return, reach, return, reach, return. The harder, let me rephrase that. If you push back with both hands and then reach, that's step 1 on this exercise. If you can do that with no problem and your shoulders feel good, then your goal is to pick up a hand before you push back. So it makes that one shoulder do all of your work. So that's your ultimate goal on that one, is to be able to pick up the hand, push back and return, single arm, and then put that hand back down. Next exercise, your Superman. Dropping down. Remember those heels locked together, arms try to cover the ears, and we are taking a nice big lift, squeezing from the entire back side of the body. So hamstrings, glutes, erector spinae through the shoulder blades and the shoulders. Tap the ground, lift, tap, lift, tap, lift. Many as you can. Speed is not important on this one. What's important is the amount of time you're under tension. So if you're going a second up, a second down, a second up, a second down, and you're not stopping or pausing for very long at the bottom, then you are going to get just as much out of this exercise as somebody going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It's not necessarily the number of reps you do on this one. That's not what I'm looking for. It's the time that you are working with your muscles. So just try really hard not to stay on the bottom or on the ground for very long. Last exercise on this block is our oblique rotate and reach. Back in the tribe days, especially tribe core, we did this one. So this exercise, oblique, is a reminder on this one that we're working our side. I like to kind of roll my mat up a little bit. It makes it easier on my forearm. So I'm going to come onto one forearm. I'm going to stack my feet, but you have an option of either stacking the feet or taking the top leg in front on the floor. Completely up to you. So I'm stacking my feet. This is my oblique position, pressing into the ground through my shoulder. I can feel the side of my body, entire side of my body working. So the oblique rotate and reach, I'm going to rotate my body toward my forearm or toward the floor, and then I'm going to reach my arm out as far as I can. And then I'm going to bring it right back in, stick my hand in my pocket. Rotate and reach, hand in the pocket. The more movement you can get out of this shoulder on the rotate and reach, the more work you are getting to that shoulder, which is kind of an obvious statement. But if you get real stiff in the shoulder and you don't really turn or rotate your body, all of these small muscle groups are not going to get the work that we're going for. We want them to have to press and rotate through different ranges of motion. So rotate the body as much as you can, forcing the shoulder to rotate and get a good reach. So slow and steady on that one. All right, 2 exercises to go. The first of which, I need to move my camera forward. See if I can do this. The first of which is going to be with the use of your band. Even if you don't have this and you have just a handled band, it's going to work fine too. But it's going to be a wall squat with your band. So find yourself somewhere where you've got a little bit of wall space. I'm going to take the band and wrap it around my legs with my feet together. I'm a little bow-legged, so my knees aren't gonna come all the way together, but that's fine. I just wanna wrap the band with my feet together. There we go. And I'm gonna find myself a spot on the wall and take my feet about hip width apart. So by putting my feet hip width apart, I'm already having to press against the band because it's pushing against me. Walk your feet out just a little bit, and you're gonna lower yourself down into a wall sit. You want your heels underneath your feet as much as you can, and your hips as low as you can take it, all right? As low as you can tolerate. Abs in tight, press the hips back in. The entire time you are pressing out against this band. Don't let that band pull your knees in. Press the knees out, abs in tight. You got 15 seconds right here. It's just a hold. 15 seconds. When you come out of this 15 seconds, you're just gonna walk your hands out in front of you, and you're gonna take, I'm gonna turn so you can see me, just your plank shoulder taps. 15 seconds right here. When you get to that 15 seconds, you're gonna walk back up, find your spot on your wall, 15 seconds right here. So you're alternating between those two exercises. 15 seconds to get to work hard, and 5 seconds to move to the next move. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Sorry that last little bit was kind of sideways. I've got this new trusty chair friend, which is super cool, but he took a little bit of a lean on that last one, so you were leaning sideways. So I apologize for that. If you have any questions, please let me know. I look forward to your feedback on some of these exercises. A little bit increase in core this week, a little bit of a change of pace on other exercises. All right, guys, have a great week. Talk to you soon.